Am I live now? Just give me one moment. I will come back. Okay, let me first of all do the mic testing 1, 2, 3, and then we will start today's topic. Let me put my mic up there. Hello, will you be able to hear me? Just give me one moment. I will set up my mic and then we will start. So can you confirm, will you be able to hear me properly? My voice is coming. Am I audible to you? Okay. Hello, sir. Hello. I can hear you. Okay. My voice is coming and my video is also coming. So first of all, today's topic is actually going to be over the variations of Karmadharma Adhipati Yoga. Now this is first of all not a video. If you are looking for, like, I'm going to be giving you description over the how to decide the best career options for you or not. I'm not discussing these things in this topic. Okay. For that you can go to my playlist section in the career part, where you can eventually find the videos over the career. So you can go there. Now the biggest challenge which nowadays in my consultations many people are facing regarding whether my career option is inclined with the purpose of life or not. So this is the question which many people want to know the answer. Like whether the career which I'm in, so whether this career option is particularly inclined with the purpose of my life or not. So this is the main question here, and we are going to be discussing the answer of this particular question. Okay, whether your career is inclined with the purpose of your life or not. Now, in order to actually answer this question, you need to have basic understandings of, first of all, the Karmadharma adhipati yoga. Now, I know many of you are actually familiar with the Karmadharma adhipati yoga, but still, first of all, I'm going to giving you a brief introduction over this Karmadharma adhipati yoga and how, with the help of this particular yoga, you can study the variations of your career. Okay, even if you want to see whether the career which I'm right now working, is this career option have the capacity to satisfy my sole purpose, or this is going to bringing any sort of satisfactions in my life. For that part, you need to have basic understandings of the Karmadharma adhipati yoga. And this video is not only limited to the Karmadharma adhipati yoga, we are also going to be studying the variations out there. Okay. Now, Karmadharma adhipati yoga is simply linked with your 9th and the 10th house. Okay. 10th house is the house of your career, and 10th house is also the house of your Karam. Actually, it's a Karam bhav. And 9th house is the house of your Dharma or Dharam. So 9th house is a Dharam bhav. So the combination of the 10th house lord and the 9th house lord in your astrological horoscope is forming the Karmadharma adhipati yoga. I will help you or give you one example so that you can actually truly understand the significance of this particular yoga into your life. And only by understanding the significance of this yoga, we will be able to find the answer regarding whether your career option is inclined with your purpose of life or not. Okay. So first of all, 10th house, as I told you, this is a Karam sthan. Karam means your duties actually. Any physical movement that you are doing is considered as a Karam. Doing a 9 to 5 job is also considered as a Karam. Cooking food, if you are a housewife, that is also a Karam. Or any physical movement that you are doing is considered as a Karam. So these are the physical karmas. Now there are certain emotional karmas also. It means if you are sending some positive thoughts or positive vibes towards someone, that is actually also considered as a karma. It's an emotional karma. Like you are giving or sending some emotional thoughts, you are sending some positive vibes in this universe, so that is your emotional karma. That is the 10th house. Okay, 10th house is the karma sthan of an individual, and yes, karma sthan is in the hand of a person. God have given you energy and the power to perform your karmas. Next is the 9th house. Now this is the dharma sthan. Now what is dharma actually? Dharma means simply, what is your intent? Intent means intention behind performing your karmas. So the main word here is that intent of a person. Suppose there are two people, they both are doing a 9 to 5 job. I ask the first person, like you are doing a 9 to 5 job, so what is your purpose? Why you are doing a 9 to 5 job? So that person simply replied, I'm doing a 9 to 5 job for the purpose of acquiring money or earning money. So that is the intent of that particular person. The same question I asked to the second person who is also doing a 9 to 5 job into the same organization, like what is your purpose, why you are doing a 9 to 5 job in this organization. So that person simply replied, I'm doing a 9 to 5 job for the purpose of doing some sort of selfless contribution towards humanity. So you see the intent between the two people. The first person is working for earning money, whereas the second person is working for doing some contribution into the society. So it means the intent of the both of these people are differing. Now here you need to understand, whenever the 9th and the 10th house lord, first of all, you need to study its connection into the much deeper manner in order to understand whether you are inclined with your purpose or with your career is inclined with your purpose of the life or not. Because the 9th and the 10th house will eventually going to be helping you to understand this part into the more detailed manner. I totally agreed, in many astrological horoscopes, 9th and the 10th house lord, they are not going to be forming connection, like they are not conjunct together, they are not forming any parivartana yoga, or even they are not mutually expecting one another. But it's not like that only these are the specific yogas you need to study. When it comes to the variations of the Karmadharma adhipati yoga, that is where you need to apply the concept of the relation between the 9th and the 10th house lord. So once again I reply or repeat here, you need to simply study the relation between your 9th and the 10th house lord. Studying the relation between the 9th and the 10th house lord will eventually help you to find the answer of this question, whether my career is inclined with my purpose or not. Many people, they are forcefully doing something in their life which they don't like. Many people, they are working in that pathetic kind of work environment where they don't want to go actually. So they are forcing themselves. Now why these kind of a forced relationship is happening? Why they need to force themselves to do something? It's because of the relation of the 9th and the 10th house lord. Whereas on the other hand, there are few people that actually love their work the most. So they are actually working just like they are worshipping something. And they are totally happy. They are satisfied with the kind of work which they are doing. So why the few people are totally satisfied with their careers and why the few people, they are not satisfied with their careers? It's actually going to be connected with the 9th and the 10th house. And this is the variation of the Karmadharma adhipati yoga. Now I told you, you need to study the relation between the 9th and the 10th house lord into your astrological horoscope. This will help you to understand the picture into the more detailed manner. You are asking me question over how to find the best profession. See, I have already told you in the previous videos, there are 3 important things which you need to consider before selecting and choosing the career option for you. Once again, even in this video, I'm going to be telling you what are that 3 options. But I request you to go to my playlist section of the career part, where you will be able to find the answer of this question into the more detailed manner. Because I told you today's topic is not about how to choose or decide the career option. That part I've already covered. Today's session is only regarding finding the purpose, or whether my purpose is inclined with my career or not. So they are totally different things, but still I will explain you. You need to take 3 important points into your consideration at the time of deciding the suitable career option for you. The very first thing, you need to take Vimshotri Mahadasha into your consideration, because we need to look for the long-term perspective or the long-term aspect. Like we need to look for next 10, 15 and 20 years of your life. So we need to take some long-term aspect into our consideration. So the first point, you need to check your Vimshotri Mahadasha and where that Lord is posited, because we need to look or take long-term aspect into our consideration. Second thing, you need to look at planet Moon, because Moon represents your mind, how you think, how you behave, how you make certain decisions and choices in your life. So second thing, I request you to take planet Moon into your consideration. It's not like that you suddenly lose interest in the career which you are pursuing. Okay. So the second important thing, you need to take your mind, Moon, into consideration. Like your career must need to be inclined with your mental energies. And the third and the last important thing, we need to take monetary aspect into our consideration. Money or finance actually, because it's very important in the 21st century. So for taking monetary aspect, we need to study 11th, 12th and the 2nd house. So I'm already covering one playlist over the money and wealth series. You can watch it for understanding how to combine these 3 things in order to find out the best career option for you. Okay. So I hope you will not ask this question once again, how to find the best career option for my chart actually. It's a simple 3-step process which even a mundane person can also follow. Now let me come back to the topic of purpose, or how to actually incline, or how to see whether like I'm inclined with my career or not, or whether the career which I'm actually pursuing, whether I'm inclined with this purpose or my purpose is inclined with the career or not. And that is where you need to pay attention towards the 9th and the 10th house lords. The very first thing, you need to first of all check whether your 9th house lord is more powerful or your 10th house lord is more powerful. Now how to judge the strength of 9th and the 10th house lord? How to judge it? Okay. First of all, take zodiac sign into your consideration, like in which zodiac sign your 9th house lord is posited and in which zodiac sign your 10th house lord is posited. This is the first parameter for checking the strength of the 9th and the 10th house lord. Like for example, if the 10th house lord is put itself in its own zodiac sign, it means the 10th house lord is very powerful. Whereas the 9th house lord is going into maybe friendly zodiac sign, in the inimical zodiac sign, so it means it's in the weak position. So the 10th house lord is becoming more powerful here. So the very first thing, you need to check whether my 10th house lord is more powerful or my 9th house lord is more powerful. And I told you how to look for that thing. First of all, you need to check the zodiac sign placement of the 9th and the 10th house lord. Second important thing, you need to take house placement into your consideration. House placement simply mean in which house your 9th or the 10th house lord are posited. First thing is the zodiac sign placement, and second thing is the house placement. Like in which house, whether the 9th house lord is going in the quadrant houses, 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th, or whether my 10th house lord is going in the trine houses, they are forming some connection. So you need to take that to second aspect is the house placement into your consideration. And the third and the last main point is you need to check the yogas which are created by the 9th and the 10th house lord. Now the very best way to check the yogas which are created by the 9th and the 10th house lord is first of all take planetary conjunctions into your consideration. like which planet my ninth house lord is in conjunction with. Take aspect into consideration, like whether my ninth house lord is aspected by 11th house lord, ascendant lord. So take both of these aspects into consideration. So this is the first step. You need to judge the strength of the ninth and the 10th house lord, and you need to find out of ninth or the 10th house lord which planet is actually becoming more powerful in my astrological horoscope. Okay, please take that aspect into your consideration. Okay, someone have mentioned you actually look like a potato. I take it as a compliment. Thank you. Sir, your beard is like Amitabh Bachchan but black. Okay. Sir, your face is like a potato. Hardik. Thank you, Hardik ji, for this. I take it as a compliment. Okay, now let me come to our topic once again actually. Jai Jagannath. Yes, I will tell you Rath Yatra have eventually, I believe on 26th, Rath Yatra is going to be starting. So, okay, let me come to the topic. Sir, you are very handsome. Please don't mistaken. Okay, Golu Molu, thank you. Genius par excellence. Sir, you are genius. Thank you for all the compliments actually. Okay. I take it as a compliment and in the positive way. So thank you so much. Now let me come to the topic once again. So the first thing I told you, you need to study the 9th and the 10th house lord and check whether the 9th house lord is becoming more powerful or whether your 10th house lord is becoming more powerful. Once you check whether which lord is becoming more powerful, that is where the second thing you need to study the variations between the 9th house and the 10th house. By mean to say variations, you need to study the relation between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Okay, you need to simply check here what connection your 9th house lord or what relation your 9th house lord is forming with the 10th house. Now I have covered one video over how astrologers predict in Vedic astrology, in which I have given you the simplest explanations over the relations. One is the quadrant relationship 1, 4, 7, 10. Second is the trine relationship 5, 9 relationship. Next is the Khadashtak 6, 8 combination. Next is actually the 2, 12 relationship between the grahas. Okay. And lastly is the 3 and 11 relationship. So here you need to simply study here the relation which is created and formed between the 9th and the 10th house lord. And these are the variations which you need to study here. The very first variation is actually the negative variation I'm going to be picking here. Now suppose in certain cases, in certain astrological horoscopes, your 9th house is very powerful, extremely powerful, and your 10th house lord is very weak. Now what is happening in that scenario? Here your intent is very pure, your intentions are very high actually. It means you also want to do something towards the society because of your dharma lord is becoming very powerful. You want to do something revolutionary. You want to create some major impact into the society. You want to change many things because your 9th house lord is becoming very strong. But if your 10th house lord is becoming very weak at the same time, it becomes very, very difficult for you to do that part or incline your purpose with that career part. Because if the strength of the 10th house lord is actually becoming very, very weak in your horoscope and your 9th house is becoming very powerful, with intent you will not be able to do certain karmas. Or simply the 9th house lord, if it is becoming very empowering in your horoscope, then your 10th house lord is becoming very, very weak. It is going to be creating the non-satisfaction aspect into the person's life. Because I told you, if the intent is very pure, okay, you have the capability, your mindset is very positive, you want to do something, you want to create something revolutionary towards the society, towards the universe, you want to become a gift. But if the 10th house lord is not very powerful, it means the platform is going to be absent from your chart. And without platform, it becomes very difficult for you to rise high into your life. The second variation is, suppose both 9th and 10th house Lord are becoming equally powerful in your horoscope. Okay. Then what is happening? If you are having certain intention inside you to do something, then 10th house will also going to be offering you the platform into your horoscope. So it means if the platform is up there, you can actually incline your purpose, your intent with the purpose of your life. And this is also going to give you the direction. I have seen many charts where sometime 9th house Lord is becoming exalted and the 10th house Lord is becoming very weak. Now these people, they are into a dilemma kind of a situation. Like we have studied hard, we have worked hard, but still we will not be able to create some impact into the society. Or I'm not feeling that sense of fulfillment up there. It's only because what is happening here, your 9th house Lord is becoming powerful and the 10th house Lord is becoming very weak. Let me take the second case scenario where suppose your 10th house Lord is becoming very, very powerful and your 9th house Lord is becoming very weak. Now what is happening? This is again a dilemma. Why I'm calling it as a dilemma? Because if the karma Lord is becoming very powerful, yes, you have the capacity to act, perform certain karmas. Because the platform is also going to be present up there. 10th house is the platform actually. You need some platform to give and share your services to other people. Like right now we are over the YouTube. So YouTube is acting as a platform for me to share my knowledge with other people. If someone is a shopkeeper doing a shop, so that shop is acting as a platform where you can conduct your own career, your own business. You are going to a job, you are sitting over a chair, so you are surrounded by a few people. What kind of surroundings are going to be? It's your 10th house. Okay, so 10th house is the platform. Now in the second case scenario, suppose your 10th house Lord is becoming very powerful. It means you are actually having an advantage. Now what is that advantage? It means the platform is present in your chart. But suppose your 9th house Lord is becoming very weak in this case. It means your intentions are not very, very pure. Or it becomes very, very difficult for you to actually incline your intent with your purpose. Because what is happening here, if the karma Lord is becoming very strong, it's actually going to be creating certain restrictions into your life, where you need to be following by the rules and the regulations of your 10th house Lord. It's actually acting as a bandhan. Bandhan means the bondage between you and your 10th house, bondage to your career. It's similarly like bondage between the relationship aspect. Like you are bonded with some person, okay? So it's a bondage. Similarly, what is happening up there? If the 10th house Lord is becoming very powerful, it's a bondage. Bondage means you need to do something here. Your karmas must need to speak out very firmly in this present life actually. That is your 10th house. Now suppose 9th house Lord is very weak in your chart. It means it becomes very difficult for you to incline your intent actually. It may be you are very successful businessman, very successful. Maybe you are running a petroleum business, IT business, okay? You have the capability to become extremely successful because of your 10th house. But if the 9th house Lord is weak, it means your intent is not supporting. So from the inside, the feeling of the guilt might going to be coming inside you, or the feeling of non-satisfaction will also going to be coming inside you. Like you will not be able to feel much satisfied in the career which you are actually in. So here we are not even judging the monetary aspect here also. You see how wonderful this concept is? Many people actually consider financial success is the career success. Now they two are totally different things. I have seen people, they are financially very successful, but the careers in which they are involved in, they don't like to do these careers. Suppose you are a very successful entrepreneur, you are a very successful CEO working in some IT company, and that company is paying you millions of dollars every month basis. I agree, because of the 10th house, you have the capacity to gain that part. But if your 9th house Lord is weak, it means you will not be able to incline your intent with the purpose. So throughout your life, this person is going to be thinking, no, it's not my purpose. It's not my purpose. I'm not into the right pathway. So this is the variation of the 9th and the 10th house actually. Anytime if the 9th house lord is becoming very powerful and 10th house lord is weak, that is also a problem because the platform is absent. And similarly, if your 10th house lord is becoming very powerful and the 9th house lord is weak, it's also a problematic scenario. So first of all, I told you to check the strength and the dignity between the 9th and the 10th. Now the second important thing is the relation between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Let me start with the quadrant relationship between the 9th and the 10th house. Suppose your 9th house lord is posited in the 10th house and your 10th house lord is posited in the first house. So here from the 9th house lord, 10th house lord is going 4 places away. It's a quadrant relation. Whenever any planet goes 1, 4, 7 and 10 places away from its original placement, so this is going to be creating the quadrant relationship. Now whenever the quadrant relationship forming between the 9th and the 10th house lord, it means in this present lifetime, you are going to be gaining many opportunities into your life where you have the capacity to incline your purpose of the life with your career, or where you have the capacity to incline your career with the purpose of your life. Because with the quadrant relationship, this is going to be giving you certain form of confirmation and direction into your life. So the quadrant relationship between the 9th and the 10th house lord is actually considered as a very pious and a very positive relation. It may be in the initial stages of your life, in your career, you are into a dilemma between choosing the 2 different career pathways. Over the passage of time, what is going to be happening? Now it's also depending over the maturity ages of these grahas, 9th and 10th house lord, like in which age they are actually getting matured. Like I told you, Jupiter matured at 16, Sun 21, Venus 24, Moon 24, Venus 25, Mars 28, Mercury 32, Saturn 36, Rahu 42 and Ketu 48. So you need to check the maturity ages of the planets. Secondly, take Mahadasha and Antardasha, specifically Antardasha into consideration. This will help you to actually confirm the timings. Like when you are going to be gaining the opportunity, where you have the capacity to actually incline your career with the purpose of your life. So in the quadrant relationship, the possibility is very high. Second, suppose there is a trine relationship happening between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Suppose 9th house lord is itself posited in the 9th house and your 10th house lord is posited in the Lagna, in the first house. Now from the 9th house, your 10th house lord is actually going 5 places away. So the 5 and the 9th relationship between the 9th and the 10th house lords, it's considered as a trine relationship. Whenever the trine relationship forming between the 9th and the 10th house lord, it means with the help of the guidance of a guru, you have the capacity to incline your career with the purpose or the direction of your life. Guru or guidance of someone into your life is very, very important. And if the trine relationship are there, it means 100% you have the capacity to find someone guru. It may be right now you are watching this astrological session, maybe I am acting as a guru for you. Or maybe you are going towards some career counselor that is guiding you, acting as a guru for you. So in the trine relationship, you have the capacity to find the guru, and that guru have the capacity to give you inclinations and indications in that particular direction. Next is the Khadashta combination, that is the 6 and 8 relationship forming between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Now this is one of the most critical and the dilemma giving position inside the person's life. Because whenever 9th and 10th house lord, they are forming the 6-8 relationship. And I request you to first of all take the strength into consideration, then jump into studying the relationship between your 9th and 10th house. So whenever the 9th and the 10th house forming a 6 and 8 relationship, it's actually going to be considered as a splitting thing. So here you are splitting for the purpose of your life, or maybe you are only be able to do something which is inclined your purpose for specific and few durations. It may be for 3 years. You are into that career where you are feeling that sense of fulfillment and you are feeling okay, yes, my career is inclined with my purpose. But immediately after 3 years, because of certain circumstances, you are losing that particular job. Or maybe you are shutting down that particular business. That is where the 6th and 8th dilemma is going to be playing its part. Like it's not going to be giving you consistency to enjoy the 9th and the 10th for throughout your life. It's only going to be giving you enjoyment for specific and certain durations of the life. And predictability part, I told you, check into the planetary maturity and the Antardasha timings. And even transit over the 9th and the 10th house lord over their own houses is also going to be giving you the exact indication over the timings part. You see, few people, I have even met them personally. Like Nikhilji, I'm into this profession for 3 years and I'm totally satisfied actually, but suddenly don't know what happened and I changed it. My career pathway have changed. It's because of the 6 and 8 relationship. Next is the 3 and 11 relationship between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Now, first of all, because of this combination, monetary aspect is actually going to be becoming very important for these people. Without money, it becomes very difficult for these people to actually take their dharma into their consideration as well. And I will tell you with the 3rd and the 11th, like suppose 9th house lord is posited in the 9th house and the 10th house lord is going in the 11th house. So from 9th house lord, 10th house lord is going 3 places away. So this is that 3 and 11 relationship. So anytime the 3 and 11 relationship forming between the 9th and the 10th house lord, it means certain force must need to be applied by your side in order to produce results into your life. Like it's going to be based over the consent of a person. Like here you need to do certain commitment with your own self. Commitment in the way like if I'm not feeling that satisfaction level in that particular domain and you have in your mind like, okay, it's not actually inclined with my higher purpose. So you need to have that important gut inside you or risk taking capability inside you to mold the circumstances into your favor. But without taking certain risk or action, rewards will not come into the 3 and 11 relationship. Here I even encourage you, if your 9th and the 10th house lord are forming the 3-11 relationship, you have the capacity to incline your purpose, your career with your purpose, but here you need to be taking actions. Because of this 3 and 11, what is happening now, this is creating many self-imposed limitations and the restrictions over the person's life. And these are not the outer limitations which someone else have superimposed you. These are the own limitations which you people have superimposed upon yourself. Like I will not be able to do this thing, I will not be able to perform certain tasks. So this is that dilemma. And the last is the 2 and 12 relationship. That is the Dwadash relationship which is forming between the 9th and the 10th house lord. Now this is also one of the most complex relations which you will eventually study in Vedic astrology. Many times I have seen with the 2 and 12 relationship when the suppose 9th house lord is in the 9th and the 10th house lord is suppose going in your 8th house. Now what is happening here? 9th house lord and the 10th, now they are forming 2-12 relationship with one another. Now in case of a 2-12 relationship, first of all you need to leave your birthplace. Birthplace means the place where you actually born. Because your birthplace is acting as the number 1 restriction or the restraining factor in front of you to actually incline your career with your purpose actually. So change of location is actually going to be becoming a very, very important thing. Okay, change of location, once again I repeat, changing location, and the furthest apart you are going to be going away from the place of birth, the more this will help you to incline your career with the purpose of the life. So changing locations are very important with the 2 and the 12 relationship. So I hope you have understand this perspective, how to incline your career with the higher purpose of your life. Here you need to study few things between the 9th and 10th, and this is also the variation which you can study with the 9th and the 10th house lord. I have even made one separate video over the reshuffling Raj Yogas. You can go to my, I don't know in which playlist you will find, but simply type out the reshuffling Raj Yoga. In the first video, I have discussed how the maximum Raj Yogas or how the maximum yogas in your chart are created by the 9th, 10th and the 11th house. Because understand one thing, Jupiter and the Saturn, they are the natural Karak Avastha, or they are the natural significators of the 9th and the 10th house. Without your Jupiter and Saturn, or without taking into consideration the relation of a Jupiter and the Saturn in your astrological chart, it becomes very, very difficult for you to even decide upon these things. And many people, I will tell you, many people right now, they are in this dilemma because of the changing careers. Many people, they want to actually incline their purpose. Okay, I want to incline my career with my purpose. And yes, this is going to be giving you enjoyment, satisfaction and everything. Okay, and I even request you to please repeat, go back and listen to this live session once again. This will help you to gain some interesting inputs in this direction. Maybe if at this point you might finding this video very irrelevant, like this topic is not meant for me, but I will tell you it may be at the age of 30, 35, sometime 40, 45, 50, 55 and even 60. You will find these sort of dilemmas into your life. Dilemma simply mean whether my career is inclined with my purpose or not. So if it is not, what can I do to incline my career with my purpose? What can I do? So this is the video that is going to be helping you in that direction. Okay. And thank you so much for joining me over this live sessions. And because of certain time constraint, now please give me permission. I will do some live sessions more often and then sharing some more insights with you. I will also going to be sharing or starting some live sessions where I will only take the questions and answers part, but this is the important topic in running in back of my mind for past 1 month, but because of my busy schedule I will not be able to find out some proper time. So please go and watch and enjoy this video. Okay, and thank you for even appreciating, sending me super thanks over this live chat as well. There are many comments which are coming. Many are also like calling me potato as well, so thank you, appreciate it. Many are sending me heart emojis also. Okay, flowers also. Appreciate your effort. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, please take care of yourself and may God bless you. Hare Krishna.